Okay, this heading is Egypt. Read along with me. Ancient Egyptians were one of the best traders on earth of their time, and it was where everyone came to trade goods and valuables. The Egyptians would sail along the Nile looking for people to trade with, and sometimes would even travel across the deserts to trade. Egyptians would trade things such as gold, papyrus, linen, and grain. In exchange for these goods, Egyptians received gold and iron from Nubia. The ancient Egyptian civilization was so successful because they were able to farm the fertile soil around the Nile and produce their own food and cloth. The Nile River is the longest river in the world. Agriculture was the foundation of the ancient Egyptian economy. This heading is Nubia. Nubia was also called Kush. Nubia was the empire to the south of Egypt. Nubia was built at the start of the Nile River. The Nubians had good soil and enjoyed plenty of rainfall all year long to keep things fresh and growing. Nubia had tremendous natural wealth. The Nubians had gold mines, ivory, and iron ore. Other kingdoms wanted to conquer Nubia and keep the wealth for themselves, but Nubia had many expert archers. In fact, Nubia was also called the land of the bow. Nubians who were rich lived along the Nile River and considered themselves Egyptians. The Egyptians would not have agreed. Rich Nubians worshipped the same gods as the Egyptians. Nubians mummified their dead like the Egyptians, but the Nubians built tombs with flat roofs. Unlike the Egyptians, Nubians were ruled by queens rather than pharaohs. Both the Egyptians and the Nubians believed in an afterlife. Like the rich Nubians, the common people mummified the dead and worshipped Egyptian gods. However, the common people did not think of themselves as Egyptians. The common people lived in small villages. The common people were farmers. Each village had a leader, but the leader did not rule like a king. Rather, the leader suggested and led discussions. The villagers decided. Priests were the most important social class in Nubia. Priests made laws and communicated with the gods. Artisans and scribes were just below the priests. Artisans used the iron ore naturally found in Nubia to make tools that could be traded. Farmers were also respected because they provided food for the country. At the bottom were slaves and laborers. All right, down here are some questions. Which group of people did not think of themselves as Egyptians? You can pause the video while you answer. How were the Egyptian and Nubian leaders different? Who were the most important social class in Nubia? Why do you think these people were so important? What was the foundation of the ancient Egyptian economy? What is one way that Egypt and Nubia are the same?